Praise the Lord. Good morning. I slept good last night. I thank God our Father for blessing me to not toss and turn. You know, oftentimes we toss and turn because of things we've said, done, or have to do or haven't done, or the relationship or marriage that we're in. And subconsciously, we know we're in trouble. And I mean, so many people are mile out in sin, but only got 12 inches of rope. So I was sitting here in my mind walking around, and I've been receiving emails and calls and text messages and Hotmail or Twitter account questions about, what do I do now? Bro, I don't know what to do. Day 15, and we still arguing and fussing and fighting, and day turns into night. I try with all my might not to argue, fuss, and fight. You know, this is a marital poem that came to me a few days ago, and we argue, we fuss, we fight. Day turns into night. Oops, there goes an explosive line. I have lost my mind. I try with all my might, once again, not to argue, not to fuss, or to fight. And the argument is a disagreement. You don't have two good people, quote unquote, fighting one another. One is wrong, one is right. One cannot admit he or she is wrong, and one doesn't know when he or she is wrong. It's sad when a quote unquote a so-called grown-up or an adult don't know when he or she is wrong. Watch this. How many years has your wife or your husband been saying to you, I don't like the way you talk to me. I'm tired of your racism. I'm tired of your mouth. You embarrass me. I can't take you anywhere. I used to work for this very gifted director when I was at McDonnell Douglas up in Beltsville, Maryland, and they were based out of D.C. And I had one of the most gifted, strong, intelligent leaders I've ever seen in my life. And a lot of people say, well, she's smart for a woman. No. Gender has nothing to do with leadership and or politics. Gender has nothing to do with intelligence or strength. It just so happened to be that he thought this way. And I had the opportunity to meet her husband at one of the many McDonnell Douglas get-togethers, corporate get-togethers. And I met him one time. He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, pretty cool dude. And I recall asking her when we went to Dallas, Texas for a big event. It was a rollout. And I asked her, where's your husband? How come you don't bring him around more often? He's a pretty cool dude. And she said this to me. She said, I've been with my husband since high school. He is an embarrassment. I try to teach him. She said, I can dress him. He can get his hair cut. She said, we be around a lot of people from the bottom of the spectrum to the top of the spectrum. And he don't know how to conduct himself or to talk. He's obnoxious. He's loud. She's not love my husband. She said, I've been with him since high school. She said, that's why I don't bring him around. And she turned around and walked away. And I never asked her again. Because I too, and some of you have been in that situation. You're in that situation. You can't take your husband, your boyfriend, your baby mama, your baby daddy, nowhere but the zoo. And I'm not calling you out. I'm not talking about you because I don't know you. And plus, I don't talk about folks. I'm trying to teach you. My daddy said, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. And if I want to tell you what to do, you're going to do it. He said, I'm only trying to teach you. Now you're locked in, locked out, locked up, rock'em sock'em, every day. And you knew this a long time ago, what you had married, who you had married, but people tried to warn you. Mama told you, daddy told you, the first year told you, the red flags, the red stop sign, the red lights. But you know what? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's not going to change nothing. The question is how are you going to proceed? How are you going to get progress or progress? What type of procedure are you going to use now that you know that man or woman that you with, watch this, or the one you went back to, who crocodile teared you and told you he had changed, who boo-hooed and texted you to death, now you're locked in with him or her, and they didn't change. And I'm not rubbing salt in your womb or rubbing mud in your face. Message. When you don't listen to common sense, to common-minded people with wisdom, to the person who has been through this, you gonna pay. Because it says, what profit a man or woman to gain the whole world, but to lose his or her soul? Yeah, you got the security blanket. Yeah, you got the house. Yeah, you got the cotton picket fence. Where's the whole handing? Where's the respect? Where's the cuddling? You can't take him anywhere. You can't take her anywhere. You can't talk to him. You can't talk to her. As I leave this alone. And my mom, you say, I pray it hurts. My dad, you say, I pray your conviction. And my grandmother say, I pray your conversion. But oftentimes, we get what we get when we don't listen. As I leave this alone. Common sense isn't so common. But ignorance is contagious. You're locked in with this hate. You're locked in with this disrespectful man or woman. Pray. Ask God our Father, the Father of the believer, and the creator of us all. Ask him to touch his or her mind. But we have this thing called a free will. And God is not the DEA, the ATF, the FBI, the local police or county, and just kick your door in with a battering ram, your heart. He knocks on your heart. You pray that person's conviction. You pray that person's conversion. You pray that person is convinced of God our Father and Creator, that he or she changes. You locked in with all that hate, all that anger, and for years you never said nothing. You looked the other way. Everybody else was brutalized and insulted and lied on, and you didn't say nothing. Now, you locked in with it. The last time I checked, the world was still round. You got me going in circles. The last time I checked, karma was still spelled the same way. The last time I checked, 360 degrees still exist. You knew a long time ago what you got yourself into, but you never said anything. You better pray, get out your knee pads, put them on your knees, and get in prayer because you are in trouble. And I'm going to leave you with this. You spent all these years with this man or woman. They have conditioned you to take abuse. They have conditioned you to be with them. And now you see, how many years have you been with them? Has it gotten better or has it gotten bitter? And I pray your conviction. I pray your conversion and your convincing. And I pray your overcoming and your rise too. But more than anything, I pray your peace that surpasses all understanding. And I pray your freedom. Not advocating divorce. No. I'm advocating, I pray your peace. When we don't say something to people we with who are mean, disrespectful, racist, bigoted, or whatever, one day, you're going to have to eat that same sandwich that you allowed everybody else to nibble off of and to eat. And you never said a thing. Message. And I'm sorry I had to say this. Peace.